From a lender perspective, because is there like a little checkbox on the self-directed just to kind of say, hey, I just want to take care of all the funding on that end? Or is it like another document that you got to fill out?
So some people, when they set up a self-directed IRA, they just set up the IRA and they loan directly from the IRA. So it might say like, blah, 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 IRA for the benefit of Anthony Weaver. And that's like the name of your self-directed IRA. So some people do loans just like that, with that being the lender. So it might say like, blah, 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 IRA for the benefit of Anthony Weaver. And that's like the name of your self-directed IRA. So some people do loans just like that, with that being the lender. I personally do not do that. I have my IRA own a company that does the loans. So I want to separate my entire IRA from my lending activities by keeping my lending activities in an LLC that's owned by my IRA. Because there's other things in my IRA, right? There may be real estate, there may be stock. I just don't want it all in one bucket. So you can create another entity. And when you set up that entity is where you would specify like what that entity does, right? So you can say, it depends on what it does in a primary sense, but you would decide what is the best NAICS code for this entity based on what I'm doing. And typically people aren't only lending from their entity. Like it's because I mean, a loan can take, well, it could take 1 day to several years, but you know, I think in the beginning, people like us are probably doing 2 to 5 loans a year. So they may be doing other things with that LLC anyway.
That makes sense because I do have a self-directed IRA, but I just mostly use it for stocks anyway.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering
Mhm.
because a lot of people forget they even have money in another account from their jobs, reminding them that they can go ahead on and shift over their funds into a self-directed IRA. Because you mentioned something recently talking about the mistake you did with the 1031 exchange. Can you talk about that?
I can't talk about that. Yeah. So I guess I had been exposed to the idea of a 1031 exchange through podcasts and books and all this stuff, but I didn't know just from a practical stance, like what are the steps to do that? And so I just thought, I'm ready to sell a property. I take the funds and I put it in another property and everything's good. Come to find out. No, ma'am. As soon as it hit my account, I was already not able to do the 1031 exchange. And I was just like, wait, what? And I found that out from doing a consultation with a company that facilitates these exchanges. And I was like, why would I need a company to facilitate this? Ridiculous. So I meet with the lady and she's like, wait, so the money has already hit your account? And I was like, yeah, I just sold it. She was like, no, we can't help you. You come back with it.
Oh no.
I know. I was so sad. I was like, wait, so you mean to tell me I was supposed to start this process like 6 months ago? She was like, from the moment you knew you were going to sell, that's when you should have called us. And I was like, bro,